After a wedding, my boyfriend wanted to return to the hotel to sleep, but I was hungry, so I went with a group to eat a pizza. Now we are fighting over it. My boyfriend, 29, is kinda soft-spoken, and I, 25, I'm a natural extrovert. He was going to his best friend from college's wedding. He was going to be the best man. So, he warned me he might be busy throughout the day. I was fine with that. I met the bride's sister, and we really connected over being women in the same niche tech field. She was looking for a job, and I offered to put her in touch with the recruiter at my job. Towards the end of the night, I was chatting with some of the groom's family, his brother and his brother's wife, and some of their friends. We were all getting pretty hungry since it had been a while since dinner, and were talking about going to eat. I wanted to go, but I decided to figure out what the plan was with my boyfriend, who was helping to clean up as things wrapped up. I told him that a bunch of us were going for pizza. Did he want to come? He said no, he was exhausted. He wanted to head back to the hotel. I asked if he wanted to grab food on the way, and he said no, he just wanted to get to bed. I said I was hungry, so I was gonna grab pizza with everyone. I could find my own way back. Anyway, he went to the hotel, and I went for pizza and beer, then ended up walking to the hotel. I could have gotten an Uber, but I was in the mood to stargaze. The next day, he was annoyed at me for going out so late. He had wanted to go to bed together. I said that he should have said. He said he shouldn't have to ask, that it is normal for couples to leave events together, and he shouldn't have to beg me to. And honestly, it was rude of me to go out with strangers rather than go back with him. I apologized and said I'd remember in the future that he likes to leave events together. Stuff got more stressful when I mentioned to him that I had made friends with the bride's sister, and we were gonna call about applying to a job opening at my company. Apparently, she had done some stuff my boyfriend didn't like trying to break up the bride and groom, my boyfriend's best friend, out of jealousy or resentment. And that it was a big stressor for the couple to even decide if they were going to invite her. And it was, just like me, to immediately befriend her and try and make her my coworker. I asked what he meant by that, and he said he could never take me around his friends because I'd always become besties with random people in like an hour, and it was uncomfortable for him. He felt left alone and also felt like I was jumping into becoming close with people without even getting to know them well enough to judge if they'd be a good person to invite into our lives. I said it wasn't that serious. I just had a little networking chat. She didn't have to be in his life if he didn't get along with her. He said I was totally missing the point. I guess I must be. Any advice on how to work through this? I feel like he's being a little unreasonable about disliking me making friends there. Relevant comments. All this could have been avoided if he talked to you for like 5 minutes about what he wanted instead of hoping you could read his mind. She could have done a better job as well. She was joining him at an event he literally was serving a major part at. Somewhat of a job. Couples should stay together. It's like going to a party and one couple goes home and the other goes out with a bunch of random people. It's strange. They both could have compromised and get food quickly and get to the hotel so she has a full belly and he can rest. They did not act as a unit here. And politicking and networking is great, but know your environment. OP, your boyfriend is a bit of a control freak. You are not too much of anything. Don't change yourself for anyone. He is being very unreasonable, not a little. Couples do not have to be attached to the hip at all times, and if he wanted to go to bed together, he should have said so. You aren't psychic.